I'll be around in the dark. I'll be everywhere, wherever you look. Wherever there's a fight so hungry people can eat, I'll be there. Wherever there's a cop beating up a guy, I'll be there. Some of you may recognize this excerpt from main character Tom Joad's final speech to his mother in John Steinbeck's Grapes of Wrath, and the message he conveys is one of enduring value for all to hear. A message of solidarity, a message of community. Be there, he says again and again. Be there for your friends, for your family, for strangers. Holding on to your humanity through the good times and the bad, just as the Joads did, is an attribute that should be universally adopted. Grapes of Wrath tells the story of a Great Depression-era farming family who struggles to survive and make ends meet in the brutal environment of the Dust Bowl. Being there for each other was how the Joads endured their journey from Oklahoma to California. Steinbeck's emphasis on the importance of family and community throughout the novel helps to show how vital humanity, our human connection and interdependence on one another, is to the nourishment of the human condition, while at the same time he exposes the savage nature of boom-or-bust capitalism in 1930s capitalist America. My name is Ben O'Brien. I'm a junior at Miracosta High School, and my hope is to pursue a career in marine biology. I'm also a son, brother, friend, teammate, violinist, compassionate citizen, and environmentalist. I chose to read Grapes of Wrath because I wanted to read a novel about true struggle. As an upper-class white male, I personally haven't encountered many, if any, true hardships in life. What I am seeking, and what we should all strive for, is an understanding of what is happening around us to others. Life doesn't exist in a vacuum. The lives of the Joad family members were nothing like mine. They were struggling farmers from Oklahoma who came looking for a new life. Along the way, they dealt with famine, poverty, and death. And, in spite of all odds, they eventually made it to California. It's a novel about humanity and inhumanity, but also about survival and solidarity, and the lengths that people will go to in order to find a better life for themselves and their family. Understanding the Joad's family's struggles helps us relate to the challenges faced by countless human beings in the world today. Mark Twain once said, "History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes." The Grapes of Wrath is set during the Great Depression, the worst economic catastrophe our country has experienced to date. As I speak to you today, the U.S. is descending into a depression. Due to mass unemployment and economic turmoil resulting from the coronavirus pandemic, the United States could enter its largest depression since the Great Depression. This means that jobs will become scarce and paychecks harder to earn, especially for recent college students like you. Although you may not experience all the problems Joads did, it is a fact that life will become harder for you. Issues such as widespread unemployment, overwhelming student debt, lack of fairly priced housing, loss of healthcare, workplace discrimination, all have an increasing chance of affecting you. But what is imperative, and that you should never forget as the brilliant young minds that will shape our future, is the ability to adapt to your situation like the Joads did. If you remain rigid and inflexible in your way of thinking and acting, then when you encounter adversity, I suspect that story will not end well. But if you remember to be honest and fair, and always to be there, not just for your friends and family, but to paraphrase Tom Joad, be there for that guy, the stranger, I guarantee you the outcome will be better. One of the main themes of this novel is of survival and solidarity. The Joads never thrived, nor were they truly content. From the start of the book they struggled, all the way from Oklahoma to California. But the entire way they maintained their humanity. They fed off of each other and kept each other alive. The book concludes with a woman who had just birthed a stillborn child, and despite the unimaginable grief from losing her baby, she finds the compassion to breastfeed an elderly, ailing man to keep him alive. In this poignant and vulnerable moment of humanity, we see what it took to make it in the cool, Depression-era life. None of you will ever have to go through this, but it serves as a testament to the willpower of humans. Instead of breaking under pressure, you bend and adapt to your challenges. No matter what walk of life you come from, the actions of Tom Joad and his family should have a lasting impression on you. Tom teaches about resilience, survival and mental toughness, and solidarity, which are all crucial attributes one must learn if they are to succeed in life. And although Tom wasn't necessarily successful, as we might judge him by today's standards, I would say that he had a very fulfilling life by enriching the lives of those around him. I'll be everywhere, wherever you look. Wherever there's a fight so hungry people can eat, I'll be there. Wherever there's a cop beating up a guy, I'll be there. The thing that struck me the most about Tom throughout the novel was his selflessness and focus on others. Even though he was in the same situation as the rest of his family, not knowing when his next meal would be. Barely making it through life, he still fought for those who had less than him. Tom was the definition of being there. He was always there for his family, despite the circumstance. Even for strangers he had never met. As long as they were in need, Tom was there. It's my goal today, through this speech, to encourage everyone to be a little bit more like Tom. And I have no doubt that the Tom Joes of the world are on the front lines fighting for student loan relief, climate change reform, affordable health care, independent of employment, fair housing rights, higher minimum wages, and most importantly, social justice and human rights for all. So be there, like Tom implored, and I guarantee you, we will all live in a more enlightened and more just world. Thank you.